How's it going, guys? Girls, hope you guys had a great week. So it's that time of the month again, guys. It is time to talk about the top 8 games coming out in May 2020. So May is a bit of a quiet month. There aren't that many huge titles coming out. There's a lot of remasters coming out this month and a couple of interesting looking games which I obviously want to talk about today. So without further ado, here are the top 8 game releases coming out in May 2020. Number 1, John Wick Hex. So this game looks really interesting. It is a fast-paced, action-orientated strategy game that is designed to make you think and strike exactly like John Wick. John Wick, of course, being the professional hitman from the critically acclaimed film franchise. It actually features a unique blend of strategic, momentum-based combat. John Wick captures the feel of the unique tactical combat from the films, and it blurs the line between strategy and the action video game genres. Looking at the gameplay, it looks really fun and just really interesting, and I'm a big fan of the John Wick movies, and I like the idea of being able to play a game and feel like John Wick and have to choose, when to use melee combat, when to use weapons. Obviously your ammo will be finite, so your bullets can run out. You can look at disarming people using their own weapons against them. It just looks really, really interesting. So John Wick Hex came out on the 5th of May, and it is at the moment exclusively available on the PlayStation 4. Number 2, Wonderful 101 Remastered. So this is actually a remastered version of Platinum Games 2013 Wonderful 101. The general premise of it, the game takes place during a third war between Earth and an alien terrorist organization called the Geathjerk Federation that had invaded the planet. The only hope for humanity is the Wonderful Ones, a group of superheroes working for the Sentinels Planetary Secret Service, an organization created by the United Nations. In the Wonderful 101, players control a horde of superheroes from an isometric viewpoint and can turn them into various objects called Unite Morphs. As levels progress, players have to explore each stage to find helpless citizens and recruit them to join their army of heroes. This game, actually, the remaster was actually crowd-funded and actually raised over $2.25 million to help make it a reality. So if you never got to play Wonderful 101 and this is a game that interested you back in the day, or it looks interesting, then you can actually pick this up on the PC, Nintendo Switch and a PlayStation 4, and it will be available for purchase on the 19th of May. Number 3, Saints Row the Third Remastered. So this remastered version was actually developed by Spirasoft. It has enhanced graphics, improved lighting, reworked environments and visual effects, and is a remaster of the Saints Row the Third, which came out back in 2011. So it's quite an old game, but apart from improved visuals and reworked environments and visual effects, all the DLC from the original Saints Row the Third will also be included. So it will include all 3 expansion mission packs and 30 pieces of DLC from the original. If anybody remembers the original Saints Row the Third, this was like a massive sandbox game that you could literally just do anything. It's very tongue-in-cheek. It really doesn't take itself seriously. It's like a more kind of like funnier version, more light-hearted version of like Grand Theft Auto. That's the way I see it. But I actually never got to play the original Saints Row the Third, so I would be interested in picking it up and checking it out. And I know that a lot of people had a lot of fun with it, and it has some pretty hilarious moments in it and just crazy things that you can actually do and pull off in this game. So if you are interested, the game actually comes out on the 22nd of May, and it will be available on the PC, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Number 4, Maneater. So this is a single-player action RPG game developed and published by Tripwire Interactive. In the game, players assume control of a bull shark who must evolve and survive in an open world in order to take revenge on a shark hunter called Scaly Pete, who had disfigured her as a pup and killed her mother. You start as a small shark pup, and you are tasked with surviving the harsh world while eating your way up the ecosystem. To do this, you will explore a large and varied open world, encountering diverse enemies, both human and wildlife, finding the right resources so that you can grow and evolve. You can also play through a full narrative, a story-based campaign, but Maneater, if you're interested, is coming out on the 22nd of May and will be available on the PC, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Number 5, Minecraft Dungeons. So Minecraft Dungeons is an upcoming dungeon crawler game co-developed by Mojang and Double 11. Unlike Minecraft, of course, Minecraft Dungeons has no crafting or building. Instead, it focuses on being a dungeon crawler where players explore randomly generated dungeons filled with randomly generated monsters and also deal with traps, puzzles, and of course finding treasure. There is no class system. Players can use any weapon or armor they wish, and it will include up to 4-player local and online multiplayer modes. So if you enjoy Minecraft and you like the world and universe of Minecraft, but you're a big fan of dungeon crawling games, then this may be something for you to pick up, and it sounds like it would be fun to actually play with friends. So Minecraft Dungeons comes out on the 26th of May, and it will be available on the PC, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Number 6, Shantae and the 7 Sirens. So this is a platform game developed by WayForward. It's actually the 5th game in the Shantae series, and it follows on from the Shantae Half Genie hero. This series is one of Dante's favourites. He's a huge fan of this game franchise, and the game actually follows the half genie Shantae as she and her friends are invited to a tropical island to participate in the Half Genie Festival. During the performance, the other half genies in attendance mysteriously disappear, and Shantae must search the island and the sunken city beneath it to find them and uncover the reason for their abduction. Along the way, she runs afoul of her longtime nemesis Risky Boots and the mysterious rulers of the island, the 7 Sirens. Non-player characters will also be in the game that you can interact with, as well as dungeon-style labyrinths containing new abilities to unlock and bosses to defeat. Shantae retains her ability to transform into other creatures. It also introduces a new collectible card system, which allows players to obtain monster cards and use them to augment Shantae's abilities. So I know that this game actually came out on the Android, I think it was. It came out last year, and Dante's been avoiding the internet just because of spoilers, and it's finally going to be available on console in May. And this game is set to release on the 28th of May and will be available on the PC, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. I know that Dante will definitely be picking up this game and playing it, and I'm trying to persuade him to review the game as well. Number 7, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. So this is a remake of the original 2013 open world action RPG developed by Monolith Studios. Xenoblade Chronicles was originally released on the Wii, and then it had a handheld port on the 3DS in 2015, and Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition was announced back in September 2019 during a Nintendo Direct presentation. In addition, of course, to enhanced visuals and updated controls, it will also introduce remixed, improved music, other quality of life improvements as well, and it will also include a new epilogue titled Future Connected, which is set 1 year after the main game's events. So if you're a fan of the Xenoblade Chronicles series, then this might be something that you're interested in, or if you're just generally a fan of Japanese RPGs, then this perhaps will be worth a pickup as well. And it will be available on the 29th of May, exclusively on the Nintendo Switch. And finally, number 8, Fast and the Furious Crossroads. In it, you basically hunt down an international crime syndicate and try and stop and foil their plans. Of course, this is a Fast and Furious game, so it will have adrenaline-fueled stunts and heists, gadgets, exotic locations, cars, and it will also include the heroes from the films. You play an official story-based new chapter in the Fast and the Furious universe, which apparently is canon, and you will get to play heroes Dom, Letty and Roman, all of which are voiced by the original cast members to authentically recreate their in-game characters. So if you're a fan of the Fast and the Furious movies, then this may be interesting for you to pick pick up just to play another story in that universe. And if you're a fan of racing games and action games, then this might be something worth picking up as well. Now, we have no specific confirmed date that it's coming out in May. All we know that it's coming out is at some point in May, so hopefully, you know, we'll get an actual confirmed release date. But we do know that it is going to be available on the PC, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So there you have it. Those are the top 8 game releases coming out in May 2020. So let me know in the comment section below, do any of these titles interest you? Have I missed anything coming out this month that you think deserves a place on this list? Please also share that in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. But anyway, I hope you guys are having a great week. Take care, and as always, happy gaming. Bye, guys.